Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of Into the Vault, the show where we reach back into the Disney vault, pull out a movie, and find out if it was a hidden treasure or if it was locked away for our own good. I'm your host Garrison MacCraw, and today I don't seem to be joined by anyone. It's this eerily quiet and dense place I am on this Halloween night. Wait, what is this phasing through my wall?
That was the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Joshua Wainwright, what are you doing in the studio?
I don't know, honestly.
Oh, you just came right through the wall?
I'm questioning quite a bit.
How are you doing? Since I have you here, let's do a podcast.
Oh, it does happen every once in a while. You just run into someone and say, podcast?
Well, since you're a ghost now, sorry about your death.
Just now.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, because as you were trying to face through the wall, you realized you were still a human.
I was still a human, so I just...
died.
Yep, just died real quick, and so I could make an entrance.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Thank you for committing.
Yeah.
So, in honor of that, we're going to be watching The Haunted Mansion.
I'm petrified.
Yeah, me too. I have such vague and small memories of this movie.
Vague and small are good adjectives for this.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it recently?
Why? Recent? Oh, define recently. Before I died or
Oh, yeah.
henceforth?
Do you have a concept of time now that you're dead?
I'll let you know.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's fresh.
It's we're still figuring it out, the ropes.
I gotcha.
can still sit in this chair, apparently, so...
That's good.
Well, we're figuring it out step by step.
Yeah, so it's been a while since you've seen this.
Yes.
How about since you've ridden the Haunted Mansion attraction?
There's a ride?
Guys, we have to pause the episode real quick. We'll be right back. Hey, Josh, how did you just like riding Haunted Mansion just now?
That was a ride?
Oh my god. You should have opened your eyes.
Yeah. Wish I wasn't dead.
Yeah. No, this movie came out a while ago. I haven't seen it in a while. You haven't seen it in a while. I remember Eddie Murphy stars. In fact, I pulled up the poster. I placed it in front of you.
I just can't look away from his face.
Yeah, he's just giving this shocked expression. I assume because of all the ghosts.
It looks like he's about to sneeze, honestly.
Yes.
He's like building up for a big kerchoo.
Just about to sneeze Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
We have some busts.
Just two.
Yeah.
Can't have all five. That's...
We have Madame Leota.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly was apparently not doing anything better with her life.
There were no other Chucky movies going on.
Yeah, her career was not at a high point, that's for sure.
Okay, tell me what Jennifer Tilly's high point of her career is then.
Not this. Well,
are you sure?
Yeah.
Name something better. Name anything she's done better.
So being dead's great.
Okay, cool. And we have a ghostly looking guy in the corner there. And then...
That's just me.
Oh yeah, that's you. I forgot you were also...
I have a name, please.
Sorry. And then we have... So we have you, Jennifer Tilly, Eddie Murphy, busts, and then the mansion itself down below. Looking nothing like either coast's Haunted Mansion.
It's a house, I think.
Yeah.
So it's definitely...
So they got that going for it.
Yeah, there's a door.
Yeah.
So it's many similarities already.
So I don't remember much about the movie, but what I do remember, I have strong memories of Disney Channel doing these ads. Like, as it was getting close to Halloween, they would have the kids from the movie do, like, here's how to decorate your house for Halloween. And they would, like, put a sheet over a balloon and be like, it's like a ghost.
Honestly, I just want, like, where are they now of those kids?
Of those kids?
Honestly, where are they now?
Probably in a Tyler Perry movie.
That's
probably what they ended up doing.
Yeah. I do remember back in the day at studios, before like Toy Story was there, they had the big soundstage that had they did Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, they did Narnia.
And they did a mansion one.
Did they?
Yeah, they did a Haunted Mansion thing. And I don't remember it very well. I just remember they had like props and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They had like the whole dining room scene set up.
That's cool.
So
they're like,
existed.
hey guys,
yeah.
We know you haven't seen our ride, the Haunted Mansion, so let's give you some things to remind you of the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, because apparently some people don't know that it exists.
Yeah.
I'm
That'd
not
be like going...
fingers, especially because it's a podcast and people can't see.
Oh, okay.
That I'm pointing a finger at myself. But
it'd be like going to Animal Kingdom. Like, here's a display of
Trees.
Small World movie. No, like a Small World movie.
Oh my god, yeah.
And you're like, wow, I wish I could see something like that at a theme park.
Imagine
I'm so excited.
A Small World movie. It's like a docuseries of just little kids all around the world.
Yeah,
like
I think it would just be, they would take the script for Around the World in 80 Days, but just make them all kids.
Around the World in 80 Days Junior.
You know what? Let's stop this podcast and write a new movie. No, just kidding. Let's do.
Stop the podcast. I've already done it.
Oh yeah.
I just did it all in my mind right then. Took about 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Oscars.
The podcast Oscars.
We're gonna sweep. Yep.
the Oscars.
Okay.
The golden mics.
The golden mics. That's better.
That's it.
The Oscars.
I feel like we've exhausted all we can talk about.
Yeah, this
without
is gonna
watching
be
the movie.
Yeah, I'm losing you subscribers. You're welcome.
So let's just watch this thing and see what it could possibly be about.
God.
All right, and we are back. We have unfortunately, we made it all the way through that movie.
I mean, you did. I died before this, remember?
Oh, yeah. So, Josh did not fade away into nothingness, and I still lived. Yeah. So, let's talk about this movie.
Or let's not.
You're right.
And call it a night.
All right, thank you everyone for listening.
Thanks for tuning in.
So, we open up, and we get all these random shots of Haunted Mansion ride things going on.
But, like, not even, like, just... It's like we were walking around Spirit Halloween. They're like, you know what's scary? A candelabra.
Yeah, they'll do the candelabra and, like...
Tarot cards.
Like, welcome, foolish mortals.
And you're like, oh, I know what that is.
Clock hitting 13 and the guy hanging himself and all that. And it's like, ooh, we're getting in for a real, like, period piece treat here. Just like Haunted Mansion.
Period piece treat.
Yeah.
That's my street name.
And then we, cut to Eddie Murphy.
And nothing's scarier than Eddie Murphy with his big old grin.
Yeah, just giving...
Oh, that's why they did it. It was a scary movie.
Because of Eddie Murphy's ginormous grin.
And the acting.
Not
just him, just overarching.
Overarching acting.
Was just... Oof.
So, Eddie Murphy plays this realtor who, in a strange turn of events for a movie, is a dad who overworks and doesn't pay attention to his family.
Who would know?
Yeah.
Like,
Name one other movie where that's been done. Never happened.
Never happened.
This is original and new.
Home Alone? I don't know her.
I don't know. Probably every other Eddie Murphy movie, too.
Probably.
What was Daddy Daycare? I don't care. So we have him. He's a realtor, and all he does is sell houses, and he's real good at it, and it's...
7 houses in a month.
7 houses in a
which
month.
I feel like is... a lot?
Yeah, they make it sound like a lot. To
literally just outright sell 7 houses, like not renting or anything. I feel like that's a lot of houses to sell in a month.
We should look into the market.
That's like 2 houses a week. Was this like pre-recession, I would assume?
Yes, it was.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, no, pre-recession, they were selling like 15 houses a day. Like,
this is why it's in the vault, quote unquote, because they were like, ooh, it just doesn't hold up to today's standards. Buying a house in this economy?
He couldn't even sell 6.
That's the scariest thing.
So yeah, it's his anniversary, and like every husband in a movie doesn't show up to their date or whatever on time.
You know, of anything you're gonna forget, your anniversary is just number 1. You know, like,
yeah.
I know all my passwords for everything, but when did I get married?
I don't know.
Huh.
It's probably his password as well, and he's still like typing it in.
It is his password. It's like his PIN number. He can't remember any of his passwords.
Feel like something was today. And he's going about his life like he goes to bars and like more deals fall into his lap. People are like, you're a realtor, we need to buy a house.
We're just here drinking alcohol, and we saw you in your very nice suit, so I guess we should buy a house from you. Naturally.
So clearly his wife's not happy about all this, and it's like, you know what, hey, we'll get away for the weekend, no problemo there.
I feel like a lot of this hinges on what anniversary it is. Because if it's like our 12th anniversary. Like,
our 12th anniversary?
Well, not you and I.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, no.
I would never forget that.
Thank you. I love that. But like, 12 years, that's fantastic. But it's not like your first anniversary, Yeah. Or like, it's not like a milestone anniversary. So if you were like, yo, I just made this deal and I'm going to walk home with, $500,000 in cash, she'd be like, Like, what?
Yeah, that's my thing about these,
I got you money for your anniversary. Here you go.
And from what we see, he does seem to spend time with his kids when he is home.
Yeah, well, no, because he missed 3 soccer games, 2 birthdays, and a barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
To quote Sarah, the bipolar wife.
Because I guess the best house like selling season happens to be the month where where his wife gave birth to 2 different kids, and
she didn't say it was their birthdays. She just said it was 2 birthdays.
They missed 2. I wonder.
It was their old nanny.
Yeah.
And then the neighbor 3 houses down. Those are the 2 birthdays he missed. It's canon. I just made that up.
You are the expert, given that you're dead.
I did. Yep. I wrote the Haunted Mansion.
So
I said, this is going to be great.
At the mansion itself, a few flyers for their realtor business was dropped outside the house because a kid came on a bike and got scared and biked away, and like the host of the house like picked it up, like the butler was like, yes, of course, yes,
yes,
I will.
The ghost butler walked outside and said, oh, we should sell the house.
We should sell the house.
Because there was Eddie Murphy on the ground.
Yeah. Well, there's actually a dastardly plot here. Turns out the wife looks like the owner of the mansion's dead wife, and there's a curse.
Yes, I'm going to kill you because you look like my ex. Let's just let that sink in for a minute.
Yeah, that's the plot.
You look like my dead fiance, so I'm going to murder you and your family.
Well, to be fair, he thought it was his fiance. It was the host, the butler guy, who was like, well, obviously there's a curse. If we kill her, then he'll be... I don't know. I don't know what was happening.
I feel like common logic says it's been X amount of years. This clearly isn't her because she's dead. You know, like, maybe that's just me.
It is.
Okay.
Everyone else would see someone who kind of looked like someone they know and be like...
Murder.
Yeah, murder them.
Manslaughter.
Right now. So they get a phone call from the butler saying, like, you must come to the mansion. We're just going to buy, selling the house.
Yeah, that means he used the phone again. What is with these phones? I don't understand.
Yeah, so the mansion comes pre-packed with all your...
At least 2 phones.
Yeah, 2 phones. There's no electricity. Everyone's in Victorian garb.
Yeah, there is no electricity. How do the phones work?
I don't know.
And he called the other phone in the house. I won't get over that.
Yeah.
If you pick up, if you have a home phone, because this is 1986, but if you pick up your own home phone and dial your own number, it's not going to work because you're on the phone. How did he call the other phone that's in the house?
Yeah. There's a later scene where they call, where Eddie Murphy is in a part of the mansion and they call the phone from another house phone. We'll get there.
That doesn't make sense.
We'll get there. Let's get to the mansion. So they get
I don't want to get to the mansion. I want to get out of here.
We're stalling.
I don't like this. I'm just going to let this drag on us so people just stop listening. I'm trying to spare you.
They get to the mansion and because they want to sell the house or whatever. They bring the kids along, so it's supposed to be they're going to whatever for the weekend. Doesn't matter. They're all at the mansion.
They're in a car and they got there.
And then they all just pal around for 20 minutes doing whatever, random nonsense.
Literally, there's no plot.
Yeah, and then
they're just wandering around.
They're just wandering around, and it's
dusty.
Nothing
it smells
spooky.
Like grandma.
Nothing spooky's happening, and there's vague ghost things, and then they all separate. But then plot starts to go into motion where there's the whole thing. It's like we gotta get the wife to marry this person to break the curse, but she looks like this person, and then Eddie Murphy finds out.
Okay, so pause.
Yeah.
When you said the plot goes into motion, listeners beware. When he says that, nothing happened. There was no plot to put into motion. It was just a random series of events that Disney was like, oh, you know what would be good if we took these pieces from movies and just kind of sat on them and squished them together, and then we were spooky.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, so there's a whole thing. There's zombies, and basically the only interesting parts of this movie were the parts that were references to the ride. Because we have the clock hitting 13, at the beginning. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's like the movie. I mean, it's like the ride. Or you walk by the suits of armor. You see the busts. The busts, singing. Yeah. And Madame Leota's there, and there's instruments spinning all around.
And then Madame Leota just literally turned into Jennifer Tilly. Just, dropped all character and was like, wah.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, okay.
The posters that, when the lightning flat... Okay, this part actually bothered me. In the ride...
Well, let's dissect that for a second.
In the ride, there's a moment where you're going down the corridors, and there's these, paintings on the wall, and then the lightning flashes, and they turn, ghost paintings. In this, they have the whole setup. Eddie Murphy's walking by these paintings, and they have the lightning flashing but it's only when he walks by them that they turn.
Yeah, they like they melt almost. They
melt into a different thing.
Decay into these ghost pictures. But like they literally had set up the exact environment from the ride. Like it was windows
there.
were flashing the lightning onto the paintings, and whoever like produced this movie was like, no. They're like, I want it to be worse.
Yeah. And so Eddie Murphy finds out that the wife that wasn't his wife, that they think is his wife, was actually killed. They thought she committed suicide, so he has to inform the guy who owns the mansion, or else the curse will continue and everyone will die, or whatever.
But
all the ghosts will die, I guess.
Honestly, I think you can just sum up the plot by saying Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
That's it. Like,
does things.
Eddie Murphy, like, bobbles around and just goes,
So there is one scene that I thought was actually pretty cool, but it's so out of place. There's this part where they go to get this key that can unlock a chest that it's like part of a quest or whatever.
Yes.
So they go down into this part of the cemetery and, they remove the key, but it disturbs the spirits in there, and all the dead bodies come to life, and it actually looks pretty creepy, and it made me think, how great would an actual creepy, without this like cheesy like 2000s Eddie Murphyisms like be?
I was gonna say,
because I thought it was well done. Like, it was
nothing
scary,
says lighthearted comedy like The Living Dead coming out of the water to kill you and your daughter.
Yes,
it sounds like a good family friendly time.
Yes, yeah, they had these ghost zombies, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because it's like, how come there's ghosts that are regular ghosts?
And zombies.
And some ghosts are blue.
Like, what do you
some
do?
are people.
Yeah, what do you do in life to be like... It's like in Willy Wonka, where she stands on the thing to see if you're a good egg or a bad egg.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to be a ghost or you're going to be a zombie. It's like
and you might be a blue ghost or a regular or a human.
The rotten eggs fall and they become zombies. And then the ghosts are like, yes, we made it.
Can we also talk about the...
No, we cannot.
There's so much, like, discombobulation of eras within this mansion. Which,
it doesn't make sense.
For the ride, it makes sense because it's like this meeting place of like dead people. Like, dead people want to come there.
Yeah, you want to move there. It's
to
like
the haunted
your
mansion.
Retirement home.
Yeah. But here, it's supposed to be this like mansion where everyone just passed away at one point or another.
Yeah.
But you have like this guy with a crossbow, and you have people doing like a pistol duel, and then you have Renaissance clothing, and then you have like Victorian parties and like masquerades.
Like this lost love story of like murder and revenge, but also Queen Elizabeth is there.
Yeah, basically.
They're like, hey, Marie Antoinette's here. She wants cake.
And
but,
also,
like, I'm trying to like kill you.
But also, like someone who looked like they could have been like from medieval China was there. There was also this little moment where we see the swinging wake, outside, and there's like ghosts doing all kinds of ghost stuff, like they're on ghost teeter-totters or like doing pistol duels or whatever.
Ghost bicycles. Spooky.
But there's one ghost who is like the guy who behead people.
Well, he's in the ride too.
Yeah. And beheading someone, but...
What's the food chain there?
Yeah, so...
Like, what came first, the beheading or the beheader?
So obviously this guy beheaded this guy in life. So that guy died. So did that guy just sit there waiting till his beheader got killed to do their, like, beheading bit in death?
What if that's like a ghost pedicure? We're like, I'm gonna go get my nails done. But the ghost like, I'm gonna go get my head chopped off. Be back. It's like getting a haircut. Just take a little off the top. And they just...
Right, a lot off the top.
It'll grow back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Then we get to the finale, I guess, where...
Loose term,
where the butler guy is like, I was evil this whole time. I was trying to murder everyone. I'm going to summon the demons from hell.
One does.
And then this portal from hell opens up, and this fire dragon comes out, grabs... And tries to... No, the fire demon grabs the butler and just drags him under.
With no explanation. He literally just comes out of hell, wraps his weird fire tongue around the butler and says, "Home, here we go." Like, what?
It was so confusing.
He's like, "You're all going to hell," and then...
The hell thing grabbed him.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
There was no characters having to, like, pull out some tricks or solve a mystery or like
Jinkies.
outwit them or fight them.
Awful.
It was just like the guy summoned his own doom on accident, and they're like, well, I guess we won, guys. Because the bad guy accidentally drug himself to hell. We did it. We broke the curse. We can all leave and go home now.
Don't you just hate when you accidentally open up your own portal to hell and fall right on in? Oops.
Nah. Just like Frollo, you know? Like
That's exactly what he reminded me of.
This movie feels like it's ripping off of a ton of movies,
it's
but not
off
well.
Everything, yeah.
Like there was like
There's
Indiana
some Casablanca
Jones
in there.
Yeah. There's Indiana Jones bits where like they uncover the tomb to grab something out.
Spiders,
the kid is afraid of spiders, so he has to reach and open this door. So much stuff.
I feel like, you know, when you watch a movie, and even if it's not a good movie, you're like, okay, well, I saw it, and like, you know, I saw it. I just feel like I'm not better off for watching this movie. I feel like, what else could I have done for an hour and a half?
Right.
A lot of things.
There was this. Oh, I want to bring this up. There was a moment where they had to. There was a warning on a door, and Eddie Murphy's...
In Latin.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Eddie Murphy's daughter's like, oh, I took a class in Latin. This girl's like 10, and then reads the whole thing.
In Latin, which is a dead language.
I took Spanish for 4 years of my life.
So did the rest of America.
I could not, especially at 10, have looked at a sign and been like, don't worry, guys, I got this.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Latin...
Like, if I'm in the grocery, and I walk up and I see a sign in Spanish... I'm not going to immediately turn to people and go like, oh, I know what this says. Let me read it to you. Like, much less just turn and go, it's a warning. Like, Latin. Why?
So
the spookiest of languages.
So we have other movies that Disney did that was a ride into a film. Like,
just pirates. Right?
Well, there's Pirates. There's a few others. There's Country Bear Jamboree. There's Tower Terror one.
Oh no!
But what I think makes Country Bear Jamboree maybe doesn't.
Wait, did you say Splash Mountain?
No.
Okay, I was like, we're not.
I said
breaching
Tower
that wall.
Terror.
Oh, that does.
Yeah, there is one.
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Huh, never forget.
Yeah. But what makes I think those work better, even if Country Bear Jamboree isn't a great movie, what makes that and Pirates work better is it's not like these weird self-insert kind of thing. Like Pirates of the Caribbean takes place in the Caribbean, yes. And it's pirates, and it's, you know, they're sailing 7 seas, and it's not like, hey, remember this from the ride every 5 seconds.
There's nods to it
throughout. But it's what would have worked better for me here is instead of like anything else, but instead of doing like a weird like modern day characters end up in the mansion. Like, the mansion has like a mythos and lore behind it already. We should just be telling that story.
I was like, I want to know who wrote this script. And someone was like, oh, well, we have this story of the ride. They said, cool. Put it in the paper shredder because we're going to do this. And they said, but why? And they said, because we want to.
Because we don't know how to put Eddie Murphy in for a Victorian period piece.
We can't figure out how to fit Eddie Murphy into the current story, and we've already got him signed. So, like, we gotta do this crappy movie. We've already committed.
Push through, guys.
Eddie's excited.
He's smiling so big.
His smile is, oof, man.
Yeah. Or even Country Bear Jamboree, even if they set it in the modern era, the main
Bring
character...
up Country Bear Jamboree one more time,
No, but hear me out.
That is not a good argument.
No, but hear me out here. At least the main character, Barry Barrington, is a bear.
You know the main character's name?
Yes. So at least the main character in that is actually a bear, so you can relate to the story that way. Like, the main characters here, they're not ghosts. That's the point I'm trying to make. Pirates of the Caribbean main characters are pirates.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, at least they tried to do it. Like, at least for the other ones, they tried, instead of having it be like this weird, regular humans in this world, it should be people who already exist in that style of living life. And I feel like that's a way more interesting way to tell a story.
Yeah, it does astound me to this day that of all the attractions Disney's created, the one that they decided to make a movie about was the Country Bear Jamboree. You know, like, we're just now doing Jungle Cruise, which honestly feels like it's been a long time coming. Because what an easy thing to bop around.
Yeah.
Howmst ever, The Country Bear Jamboree.
Yeah, that...
Yeah, I feel like I don't remember a whole year of my life because I tried to block that out.
Did you watch that movie for over a year?
No, I feel like non-stop.
Moving on.
Every night.
I'm keeping it there. Anything you say now will be edited because that's the story in my head
But
now.
the Country Bear Jamboree.
So normally I do a segment where we build a ride based off the movie, but...
It would just be too hard, honestly. To translate this movie into a ride just seems...
I know, it'd be insane.
difficult.
Luckily, there happens to be a ride with the exact same name called the Haunted Mansion. So my idea is, how about instead of like building a brand new ride, we do what they did for Pirates of the Caribbean, where they inserted Johnny Depp into every other scene. Let's take the Haunted Mansion ride, and how would we, if this movie was super successful, how would we put Eddie Murphy or like bits of this movie back into the ride?
Just cardboard cutouts of him in every room.
In every room.
Every single one. Same pose. Like, it's
All
just
right.
the same picture of Eddie Murphy in every room.
I'm thinking outside the mansion, we have that hearse, that ghost hearse thing that moves every once in a while. That's in the movie, but instead of like an invisible horse, they have like a skeletal horse. So if we're going off the movie, put a little skeletal horse right there.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Bing, bang, boom. That's it. That's the overlay.
No, because we have...
You put Eddie Murphy in the hearse. There it is.
Yeah, and have him...
Yeah.
Or, like, they probably couldn't put him in the one outside, so they just put, like, a little voice box of him saying, like, whoa, this is a bumpy ride.
Oh, God. The overlay we didn't know we needed.
Yes. Okay, then let's go into the mansion itself. So, obviously, in the stretching room, when there's the guy...
You start in the foyer with the portrait. Could be
It'll
the
be
butler.
the butler. Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Then we get
But instead of turning into a skeleton, he just, like...
He gets
on
grabbed
fire.
under help.
Yeah, a thing comes out of the fireplace and just rips him out of the picture. Wait, that would be really cool.
That'd be cool.
Nice.
So we go into the stretching room. Obviously, you change up the guy hanging himself to be the owner of the mansion, Gracie.
But you can't really.
But have it be that actor. No, but he'll say
it's a real person.
Yeah.
Your shift is to come in and just hang.
Yes. But his face will be looking down, so if you look up, you're like, hey, that's an actor from the movie.
But each of the stretching portraits is one of the members of the family. So you have Eddie Murphy, you have the wife, and then you have the sister and the brother.
Yeah.
Amazing. We're killing this.
Good. So we get on our doom buggies.
They're not doom buggies, because you know he loves his car so much.
Oh, it's
they
his
actually
car.
get in a little version of his car. Yeah. He just makes comments about it the whole ride.
And instead of the ghost host, like it starts off as the ghost host, but then it's just Eddie Murphy, like, oh, I'm going to show you around this house so we can sell it to you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it'll be
I'm
great.
just going to hear that when I sleep. I'm just going to hear your Eddie Murphy impression. Oh, God. Yeah, instead of the ghost host, it's just him making, like, not even, like, bad jokes. He's just, like, saying things that I guess could be defined as funny, but are not. So the whole time
it's just like
very
how
stale.
Yeah. In the movie, he doesn't really make jokes. He just says normal sentences.
He does.
But you're supposed to laugh because it's Eddie Murphy saying them, but it's just a normal sentence said in the dumbest way.
Yeah.
So that'll be what we have on the ride. We go through...
How does the ride start?
Well, there's that little
Portrait
banister. So we have the portrait hallway, and instead of them flashing and changing, as we pass by, they kind of slowly dissolve into like weird, just nonsense.
But the lightning's still flashing.
Yeah.
So it's just like extra stupid.
I say it when we get into that first room.
Library.
We have the clock striking 13, and then we have all those doors. We should have one where it's the kids, and there's spiders all over.
You skip the whole library.
Oh,
and the piano.
Well, the movie did too.
And you
Take it out.
Listen, it's just darkness.
No, okay.
It's just black with
you're
Eddie
right.
Murphy talking to you. He's leading you through the story.
So there's the stairwell in the
Yes.
ride. Yeah, that part wasn't in the movie, so we
No,
could
it
just
was
have
not.
we could just have like I don't know Eddie. No, but let's have the Wallace Shawn character and like his wife, like the ghosts who lived there who helped the kids out.
Were they married?
I don't know.
Did you just make that up?
Sure. No,
How about it?
Have the Wallace Shawn ghost and them like standing there like trying to hand you cookies.
I was gonna say offering you cookies. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Well, no, I can't. It would just have to be her.
Yeah.
Because he's clearly the Hatbox Ghost.
Yeah. Well, he has a hat box But that's about it.
But he's a ghost.
Yeah.
So by definition, he is a
Hatbox Ghost, even if he's not the Hatbox Ghost.
And, world is lacking in the Hatbox genre, so we'll just throw him in there.
Yeah.
He just screams inconceivable as his head pops into the Hatbox.
Inconceivable! Pops
Amazing.
over. Fun fact, so Wallace Shawn, you made him from The Princess Bride, he has a good catchphrase in this movie. That's unbelievable.
Yes.
He keeps saying,
yes.
like things like that.
Literally every word that means inconceivable, but is not the word inconceivable. And that's the only reason he's in the movie. Yeah. They knew. They wrote that.
I'm not sure if they did. I think it was all on accident.
Yeah. They were writing the script and they were like tiptoeing around copyright. They were like, if it has a TM there, stay away.
Stay away from it. So we have stairs, and then
it's the endless hallway.
Then it's the endless hallway with the spooky floating candle.
You could take the candle out and have the ghost ball.
Have the ghost ball there. Yeah.
There you go.
Have a little floating orb in there, and it's like, follow me! But it doesn't say that, but you get a feeling in your soul.
But apparently, you're 10 years old, and you go, it wants us to follow it.
Alright, and then we go, then we pass by the clock, and then there's the dark room, and I think it could have spiders, and with all the doors banging, have
Which was in the movie.
Yeah.
Very oddly.
It
was just kind of there.
Yeah.
She was running, she was upset, and naturally the doors were like...
The wife.
Yes. The wife was like, no! And she was running away from him, and then the doors were like...
Banging.
Pizza. Which, whatever. We're gonna let it go.
Yeah, so we can have her, hiding behind, going into a door or whatever, but the rest of them are still banging.
It's like Scooby-Doo. She goes in one, but comes out another one, down the hallway.
Her head off.
She just keeps going around. Yeah.
Yeah. What other scenes would work well for her? So they do have the ballroom scene, but in the movie...
You obviously skip the fact that Leota would in fact be Jennifer Tilly and nobody else.
Yeah, they would have Jennifer Tilly come
obviously,
back.
But she's not speaking in rhyme anymore. She's just making snappy comments the whole time.
Yeah.
She's just floating in the middle of the room with the instruments and everything, but she's just being sassy.
Yeah.
I'd ride it.
Yes, and then we get to the ballroom, and that's they have the ballroom scene where the ghost guy and the wife are having a conversation, and he's telling his tale of woe
very passionately,
and then the ghosts show up.
Yes,
so we can have that. Me. He's that will be his whole thing. He's remember who I am, and then the ghosts show up and dance, and then that back to one. Remember who I am.
But the ghost grandma is still in the rocking chair.
Yeah,
she's just there the whole time watching it. She's like, "Oh, he's back at it." Remember.
Constance isn't in this movie at all,
no.
So we'll cut her out of the attic.
I don't know who that is.
So I don't think there's a good place in the ride to put the zombies, but the zombies are such a big part. Let's just change up the attic, so it's no longer the attic. Or have that be the grave area, and have the zombies in there.
Yes, the grave is upstairs.
Yeah.
You could keep the attic how it is, because the attic was in the movie.
Yeah, but
put her dress, and you can put her trunk and stuff in there.
Sure.
You could change Constance into Elizabeth, ghost version. Clearly, Inconceivable's in there.
Yeah.
And then...
Still trying to hand you cookies.
Yeah, yes, that's the thing. His face disappears, and then the Hatbox lights up, and there's cookies in it. And then you go down. Obviously, instead of the caretaker standing there, it's Eddie Murphy.
It's Eddie Murphy.
An audio animatronic Eddie Murphy.
The best audio animatronic Disney's ever created.
Kong Hu.
Better than Hondo and Naka, better than the one from Navi River Journey.
But he's saying stupid things, but still smiling.
He's smiling the whole time.
Smile, yeah.
His mouth doesn't move, it's just smiling, but it's audio.
Yeah, exactly. And so obviously the cemetery is all the same.
Yeah.
You don't have to change much there, except for get rid of one of the busts for no
there's
apparent
4 busts
reason.
in the movie.
I don't know.
About the busts. So at the end of the movie, all the ghosts go to heaven, but then Eddie Murphy's driving his car, and the busts are in his car. Did the busts not get to go to heaven?
That is my favorite Disney movie. All ghosts go to heaven.
Except busts.
Except busts. And ladies whose heads are in balls.
Yeah. It's
how did that happen? Is she a ghost? What's the story there?
They explain in the movie. It doesn't matter.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. That's the next anti-hero origin story is Leota.
Yeah. The hitchhiking ghosts are in the movie, so that bit can stay pretty much... And they look just like they did in the ride, for the most part.
They did look good.
So that bit can stay the same, but they'll just be like in your... I'm the movie version, not the old ride version.
Yeah, they talk to you as you go by.
Yeah.
They go, you can't see us. You could, in fact, take out the... Like, where they're in the Doom buggy with you and have the zombies there. Because nothing really rounds out a ride like some, like, heart... pulse-pounding action. You know? Like, wow, that was a fun ride. Hitchhiking ghosts. Attack of the demon dead bodies.
And then the ride ends.
And then the ride's done.
Yeah.
Kids are just weeping. Like Mr. Toad. You know, you go to hell and then you get off.
Oh my god, Mr. Toad and the Butler went to the same, like, school of, things where it's like...
It happens.
It's living life. Oh no, I'm in hell.
You're like, uh-oh.
Whoop.
It's hot.
Man, I'm so glad this movie wasn't a success. I'm so glad the Haunted Mansion did not get Eddie Murphy's in it. Thank God.
You know, they did have an overlay planned.
Yeah, I heard.
When the movie was like a thing, they had like it all ready.
It was all good to go.
And nothing chills me to the core more than that fact.
So now we have to decide whether this movie was in the vault because it was a hidden treasure, or was it locked away for our own good?
Yep. There's a right answer here, Garrison.
Oh no, this is a tough one. This is the worst movie I've watched for Into the Vault. This really is. It's the worst one.
I would hope so.
And I watched the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Like
a classic.
Josh, what do you think? In the Vault, just push it as far back as it can go.
Just burn it.
Yeah.
Just don't even put it in there.
Yeah.
Just like get rid of it. Song of the South.
But then the ghost would just go in.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Oh
Have we
no.
haunted the vault?
We can't.
The vault's haunted.
Oh no.
Oh god. Now every movie that you watch from now on is gonna have Eddie Murphy in it.
This is the worst curse of all time.
Could you imagine? Imagine every Disney movie, but every lead character is Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Cars, it's Eddie Murphy. Brave, like every movie.
Coco.
Eddie Murphy.
Yep.
Ooh. A curse. That's the curse of the Haunted Mansion. Is Eddie Murphy is the curse. There's a whole nother meaning there.
Oh my god, it's haunted.
Because
the mansion
terrible.
wasn't haunted before until Eddie Murphy got there, and then it became the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was just the mansion. The Murphy Mansion. Done.
Perfect. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here today for our ramblings about the Haunted Mansion, a movie that you should definitely never watch.
You could just leave it at a movie.
Yeah.
Because it does exist. We can't do anything about the fact that it exists.
A movie that is a movie.
Yep.
Oh, man. Josh, we'll get you in for a good one next time, I promise.
Define a good one.
Any other movie.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, cool.
Beautiful. B movie it is. All right, I'm going to go get some off the top. Be right back.